And really, at the end of the day, this whole administration is just evil. Evil. It's evil as fuck, bro. So I just listened to Caroline Levitt press conference. And like, it's so bad. Like, for you to just come out and just be like, the Democrats, the Democrats, the Democrats, the Democrats, the Democrats, the Democrats, the Democrats. That's why y'all hiding. That's why you hiding. Like, to be as evil as these people are, you gotta be soulless. Like, you gotta make sure, like, just like Donald Trump was afraid of going to prison, that's why he had to win. At this point, they're too far in. Like, at this point, they've done so much dirt to people that they can't stop now. You get what I'm saying? They can't stop because they can't lose power, because they realize the moment they lose power, especially after everything they've done to all of these people, it's over for them. So now, in too deep, they in too deep. They in too deep, and it's so crazy. Poor Caroline Levitt, not poor Caroline Levitt, because she is a monster. She's evil. Like, it's one thing to lie to people, a little cute little white lie, but to look in the face of the American public, the people that you were sworn in to protect and serve. Because I know you're not the police, and I know you're not the army, but you are a government official. That's your job. You are like over the democracy. The moment that we no longer become a democracy, you no longer have a job, and that's what people don't understand. I heard somebody say, I was watching a video, a guy was like, stop trying to release the Epstein files. You're gonna ruin it for the Republican Party. And now I see why the Republican Party don't want the Epstein files. It's a power trip. Got me up all night. Something in love songs. They're on a power trip. And that's how you know somebody never had power, because they don't want to let it go. One, they got power they never had before. They never had this much authority and control. But until when? Because the realization is you don't have that much power or control. But people get a little high and be like, I'm going to just keep going back and keep going back, thinking they're going to get the same high. But the reality is when Donald Trump is done with you, he's done with you. He's nothing else to do with you, and you're going to be James Comey next. But while y'all helping him rile up, circle up or rattle up, or what's the word I'm looking for? Ring up his enemies. Like, he's doing that to you. You're creating, like I said, you're creating your own prison. You're creating the blueprint of what the fuck he's going to do to you. And it's so crazy. Like, y'all don't see that. Like, and this is really, like, this is another form of, I don't like to call it racism, but classism, because it's white folks hating on white folks. You get what I'm saying? Excuse me, I've never seen nothing like this. And because J.D. Vance got up there, and like, everybody is a puppet. Nobody up there has a brain. They just do what they're told. Like, for them to get up there and continue to push like this hate on the Democratic Party, they're trying to dismantle the whole political system. But you got to understand, if you knock one leg off, the whole thing gonna fall down. And I hope y'all strong enough. I hope fucking J.D. Vance could take his dick out of couch long enough to hold the foundation of the country up. Because you think you want this, but you don't. And the more that you try to put it on the Democrats, the more you look like the bad guy. Again, I'm not even a Democrat, but to try to make the United States an autocracy, a dictatorship, is insane. And that's literally what she's doing. Like, how are you the president of the United States, but you hate one side? Like, you gotta understand, the enemy from within. Donald Trump's enemy is anybody that didn't vote for him. He is coming back for everything he left. So everybody who didn't vote for him, everybody who tried to stop him from winning, they're an enemy to him. Everybody that's not his friend is his enemy. So if you're a Democrat and you didn't vote for him, if you're a swing state and you didn't vote for him, you're his enemy, and he's coming for you. 1, 2, Trump is coming for you. He's coming for you. He coming for anybody that's not his friend. And that's the real reality. Like, everybody's scared. And it's like that Khaleesi fear on Game of Thrones. Like, I'd rather be loved than to fear, because people who fear you also trying to figure out how to take you out. And that's the thing too. Like, he gotta be careful because the people in his camp already not fucking with him for real, because they let them get up there and hang himself. I remember when I had a boss, my ex-partner. I remember like sitting in, and I think I said this before, I remember sitting in a meeting with him and he was talking to people crazy. I asked this nigga, I say, who is you talking to like that? And I asked him, I say, well, why people let you talk to them like that? What the fuck? Why would they do that? You want to know why they did it? Because they was letting him hang himself. They wanted his money. And I kept trying to, bruh. And that's my thing. I don't tell nobody when I walk into a new situation. I don't care if I see the person fucking your wife or your husband. I'm not telling you nothing because I realize people don't want to hear that shit, bro. I told that boy, I say these people trying to rob you blind. They trying to get you to forfeit your blessing. Let you talk to people like that. And then they just not kind people, because what kind of person would have sit around while you talk to other people like that? You better check yourself, or don't fucking talk to me like that. You can talk to them like that, but you're not going to talk to me like that. And he never did. Trump don't have a me on his team. Somebody that genuinely cared. I cared about that nigga so much I left his team because I'm like, bro, they're trying to rob you, and I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to ring the alarm. I'm trying to ring the alarm, and you're not listening to me. So hopefully when I leave, something knock you upside your head to make you say, God damn, why would she leave? I think he thought I was leaving because of the other shit. No, I'm leaving because they about to rob you, nigga. And I'm trying to tell you they about to rob you, but you don't care. He was too narcissistic. That's what's happening with Donald Trump, bro. Like, they trying to, like, why would they let him do this? Because the case for incompetency is made already. Bruh, I was listening to him yesterday talk at that thing, and bruh, I promise you, what? Like, because I was trying to follow, because I'm always trying to look for something good in Donald Trump. I'm always trying to find, and that's the thing, like, some of my people on TikTok, my supporters on TikTok was like, we're going to stop fucking with you because you fuck with the ops. I'm always trying to find something good, because the way this is, life is too bad, bitch. We need to smile about something, bruh. This nigga got to talking, and I say the train ran completely off the tracks. I said, what? Outside of the outlandish things, this nigga's sentences literally did not make sense. Like, he did not have a cohesive sentence at a certain point in his speech. He was like, I think he was going in between boats, maritime, and merits. And he was talking about maritime and some kind of way he got on the merits. Like, it's like, I said this before. It's like a what's the Pitch Perfect song when he talk, like you gotta pick up on the syllable in which the last person left off on. He picked up on the syllable, the last syllable he was saying. He was like, merits. And that's why he was talking about boats. He was like, yeah, because the boats are big and they're huge, and I don't know why they have these boats anyway. It's the and I was watching the show, and they was telling me about the merits, and I just don't think the merits, we're gonna make this a merit-based society. What? That's literally what I was saying. I was washing my dishes because I was trying to, bruh, and that's what I'm saying. The incompetency is there, but in the same sense, they're letting him, so it's either that or somebody else running the country. And that's the thing, like, you gotta understand, the people who have never had power have power now, and they don't. First off, we can tell you never had power because look what you're doing with it. And now we gotta make sure we stay in power, because if we get out of power, all the people that we did wrong is gonna fuck us over. So we gotta do this by any means. And I be sitting here thinking about, like, what the conversation be like right before Caroline Levitt or JD Vance before they all get out and start talking, like, all right, guys, like, cause to lie like this is insane. Like, the lies trigger me so bad I can't really watch them and make my blood boil, bitch. It really do, because I hate for people because I've been lied to so much, because I've been traumatized so much. I don't care who it is. If you get on here lying like they lying, I get triggered. Like, I feel it in my bones. And bro, for them to get on here with a straight face, like, do they practice convincing each other lies? Like, how do they come up with the lies? How do they try to say, like, like, you gotta practice, like, saying that. You get what I'm saying? With a straight face, to lie that hard with a straight face. And, like, How they come up? Do they have like a lies brainstorm meeting? Like, all right, guys, this is what we're gonna say today. Like, how do we talk about this? Because they can't say lie, but this is the story. This is the narrative. And listen, the one thing I'm gonna always say, the one thing I do admire is the playbook. The playbook is insane. The playbook is insane, and the playbook is catered to the audience of the playbook, and that's why we really worried. It's because the people that the play is made for is fucking dumb enough to fall for the play. But for him to get up there and say the Democrats, like to blame literally everything they're doing on the opposite party, like somebody check on this nigga wife. Somebody check on Melania. I already know Caroline Levitt eat every dick in the White House. Got to. Can't not. And her husband just let her. Because he's proud that she's doing her job. That's, what do they call it? American pride, bitch. USA. Y'all what I'm trying to say? Like, this bitch weird. Like, this all just weird. Like, we in bad shape. And then my guy, what's his name? Lawrence O'Donnell, that's his name? Bro, when he get fish grease hot, I love it when he get fish grease hot, bitch. Because, like, what he said was, essentially, the United States is in a disaster. And it's not a disaster of what we think. It's not the disaster that we're in a government shutdown. The United States is technically without a president because our president is so incompetent and nobody's doing anything about it. Everybody's too scared to do anything about it. And I don't think they scared. They just got power. Like, people are scared of Trump. They're not scared of nobody else. So if it's not him, if he's not the figurehead, if he's not the one saying it, then they can't get their job done. And that's why they keep him there too. But they're also scared of him. Because they see what he do to his enemies. Whew, glad I'm in the middle, bitch. Glad I'm just independent. But to him, anybody who didn't vote for him, bitch, if you voted against him or you didn't vote at all, you against him. Y'all, we are without a president. And our foreign adversaries, hopefully, I would say they're not paying attention, but they got to be paying attention, because who wouldn't be paying attention to this right now? And y'all, I heard in Italy that they've been on strike for a week because the government, like, everybody took off work because the government fucking playing on their top. We ain't seeing that though, y'all. I just wanted to come on after this press conference. I'm about to make a little video for my other page, because on that page I don't really be saying too much. Like, my goal is not to push the propaganda that Donald Trump has, but I give information and let people decide what they want to decide. And it's so interesting when you just put information out there, how people project what they feel or what they think onto that thing. Like, my goal is not to really give my opinion. This is where, like, the Uncuts is where I give my opinion. But when I'm reporting the fucking news, I'm just reporting news. This is what was said. This is what was happened. This is what happened. How I feel about what happened. How I feel about what is that's not the news. And that's the problem with a lot of these news people. They be like, oh, that's not true. Listen, it's not true. But this is what was said. Meet me on another page. Meet me on another post, and I'll tell you what's true and what's not true. But to mix your opinion into the news, I agree with Donald Trump. Well, we got to safeguard. It is misinformation. I understand it is misinformation. But when they respond to you, correct them. Let somebody else correct them. But you got to give the information as it is. And the information is, we fucked right now. And I'm just sitting here looking. And again, and I say this and I didn't say this because you'll see the early morning news rant. You'll see the early morning news rant. I got distracted and forgot what I was about to fucking say. But this is where we at. We're here and it's nowhere that we could go. And all I can do is watch. And that's all I'm going to do is watch. Because look what you've done. And that's what I said when we voted for him. When y'all voted for him, I say, look what you've done. I was going to vote for Joe Biden if that nigga was on a fucking... If we had to defibrillate that motherfucker and bring him back just so we could vote for that nigga. But now we got Donald Trump. And he's not going to... Oh, that's what I was going to say. This not 1930s. Like, this not. Nobody's going to go like that. Nobody's going to give it up like that. Nobody's just going to say, hey, lay down. Like, that's not this. You get what I'm saying? We have more educated people, but this government is starting. And the one thing that triggered me the most is the fact that they just keep getting up there trying to blame the Democrats and take advantage of the American people when, like, I can't stand a person like, your job is to take care of me. I trusted you to take care of me, and you spit in my face, and you're lying about it to me. You're trying to, like, I'm being hurt, and you're acting like you're not doing it when you're the one doing it. That make me very upset. But shit, I ain't got nothing to do with it. And they got nothing to do with me. It got something to do with me, but it's nothing I can do about it. I'm a black woman. They gonna I keep saying it, like, and I saw somebody else say, like, I'm gonna say this, and immigration is the tool. Like, they used immigration, and they got all of us with immigrants, bitch. Even I was on a little immigration train at first, but immigration is the gateway drug, and they do everything under the guise of immigration because they see how that shit read with the general public. They know that if they sprinkle immigration deportation on top, the masses are gonna be okay with it. Well, we did this under the guise of immigration. He's sending these people out through immigration. And the chick said, so, and a girl, somebody, I don't know her name, she pointed this out. That was my train of thought. But she also said, it's to get to us. It's to get to the black people. I'm telling you, like, my goal, my hope is it's enough motherfuckers that's before me before they get to us. Because, again, if they could send me to fucking Africa, they would. They're going to send me, if they stop me and they can do anything to me, they will. And they're going to do it to you too. That was the goal. That was the mission. And just like I said earlier, I don't know if I said this here. I don't know where I said this at. I don't know if I even posted this. But they should have done this before or after the midterm. I think that's going to be our saving grace. Like, God say the same. Hopefully that's going to be our saving grace. But all I can do is comment off of it. All I can do is give you the story and give you the tea and tell you what I think about it. And I think we in real big trouble. But that's my Uncut for today. That press conference, I'm about to Caroline Leavitt came out and was just like, this the Democrats' fault. The Democrats could have, first off, and I said this before on my other video, if you watch it, you'll see it. Both bills is bad. That's just the tea. I can't hold you. But what Mike Johnson is doing by having the House be recessed, like, it's just bad politics. And they doing whatever to make them look bad. But at the end of the day, you got to remember, like, they're not being smart enough. They're only thinking small. Like, this is going to make them look bad regardless. And I just saw a post that said, what Donald Trump like, it was an interview with Donald Trump. When you go into a government shutdown and make the president look bad, bruh, Donald Trump, like, and I'm going to end with this. I never felt so sad. Watching Donald Trump yesterday, it made me feel so sad because I tell people all the time my grandma had dementia. And I was listening to him talk, and he was literally talking like somebody who had a depreciated brain capacity. And I'm not even trying to be a dick. You get what I'm saying? And that made me so sad. Because they just, like, bruh, taking advantage of him. You get what I'm saying? They letting him embarrass himself. They letting him fuck up his legacy. And as a person who respects legacy and, like, a businesswoman who understands, like, he was a fucked up person, but if he would have been done in 2016, or if he would have been done in 2016 before he started to decline publicly in front of the whole world. But now when he dies, he's going to go down maybe as a tyrant, but what is it? Was it King Charles? King Henry, the Mad King. He gonna go down as the Mad King. Oh, that's what we're gonna call this one. King Henry. I mean, look that up real quick. I believe King Henry was the Mad King. I love kings and queens, y'all. Yeah, it was King Henry, the Mad King. I love being a nerd. Actually, I love it. I love being a nerd. It was King Henry. That boy is King Henry. It was King Henry the what, fifth, fourth? Yeah, he first suffered a major incapacitating illness in 1453, characterized by a catatonic state, and his subsequent mental instability contributed to the Wars of the Roses.